Hello everyone, and this is probably my last review of the year 2025, and this is my review of Warhammer Combat Cards. For those not in the know, Warhammer 40k is a popular sci-fi setting that takes place 40,000 years in the future. The canon way to play the game is through the tabletop, where people build miniature models and roll dice to determine who will win the combat. But for this game, I'm reviewing on the mobile phone, but it's also available for Steam. It's a collectible trading card game in which you pit the forces of 40k against each other. So is it fun? Is it worth playing? Here's what you here to find out. First, I want to cover presentation, which is the sights and sounds of the game. The sound here is quite rudimentary because basically you have one sound for psychic attacks, one sound for range attacks, and one sound for melee attacks, which are the three ways to attack your opponents in this game. Visual-wise is the same thing. You have one visual for psychic attacks, one visual for range attacks, and one visual for melee attacks. While all these sounds very basic, it does serve a purpose because there's no doubt what you're going to do and what each sound means and what each visual means. But the highlight of this card game is actually the models depicted in the card, where they try to depict it as accurate to the tabletop model as possible. As a person who is newly introduced to 40k, it's a bit fun for me to look at the models and figure out the difference between one character from another, because to me, a lot of the alien species look the same. Next, I want to talk about gameplay. Now, in this game, like any other trading card game, you get to choose a faction and assemble a deck based on that faction. You are highly encouraged to assemble at least one deck for every faction, because there are certain challenges that require you to use certain factions. The special abilities that your deck has come from your faction leader. Some faction leaders give you special to range attacks, some faction leaders give you special healing abilities. But whatever it is, once you assemble a deck that synergizes with your faction leader's ability, your chances of winning increases. Now, among my favorite decks as displayed here are actually the Orc deck, the Tyrannic deck, and also the Eldar deck. So everyone will have their own favorite factions, and actually the game does a good thing that allows you to get cards from your favorite faction once you indicate what it is. I'll explain more in the gacha mechanics later. As with all modern free-to-play games, there is also some level of gacha mechanics in which you can use real money to buy in-game currency to unlock benefits. For this game, the benefits include getting cards earlier, drawing more than your allocated daily draws, which are free. I'm glad to say for this game, the gacha mechanics are not that in your face. Because there are very little currency, there's one currency for you to unlock new cards, a currency for you to upgrade your cards to be more powerful versions of themselves. And that's about it. For personally, I played this game for a few months and never felt the need that I need to pay actual real money to win. Also, I must praise the interface where it's very minimalist, but it allows you to see what each card, ability, and stats are. So I must praise the developers of this game on this issue. So overall, what do I give this game? I personally give this game a 7 out of 10. Now, it's very minimalist, the art is very simple, the presentation is very simple, the sounds are very simple. And in my playthrough of this series, I experienced a lot of crashes that actually affect my enjoyment and gameplay. So it does drop a notch. However, that being said, it is a good primer to introduce players to the 40k universe by Games Workshop. So I think this is a good game, a very basic and good game for people to get into 40k and find out more about the lore and the models behind the mindset of 40k. So with that being said, thank you for watching my review. This is the 5-minute reviewer. I'm signing off, and have a great Christmas everyone, and I'll see you guys next year.